Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my makeup collection with a big if I was taking a minimalistic approach to makeup, which I'm not. As you guys already know, like, I buy a lot of makeup, but if I was to take a minimalistic approach, these are the items that I would have in my collections. So we're gonna go through these items and I'm gonna explain every product that I would have and why. Before we jump into this video, I just want to talk about my nails real quick. This is from the Kiss Impress Press On Nail collection, and I just think these are really cute. They look really like they're my nails but with gel on it, but they're not. I feel like this one kind of looks a little off, like the sizing could be better, but you know, from a little distance, if we don't get too close, it does look decent. They were super easy to put on. They came with the adhesive already on the nail, so you literally just like take the plastic off and press them on your nails. Super easy. I'm going to show you guys the packaging. This is what the packaging looks like, and the color that I'm using today is Picture Purple Licked in 007. So I am going to keep you guys updated on how long these last in my community tab. So make sure you're subscribed so you can see that update. Also, I will be announcing my giveaway in my community tab very soon. I'm only doing the giveaway in the community tab. I'm not doing a video or anything like that. I just want people that are genuinely supporting me and subscribed to my channel to win. I just want to give back to the people that are subscribed to me and support me and not just here for a giveaway. So that's why I'm doing it that way. So I figured that would be the best way to do it. I am announcing it on this video just in case someone regularly watches my video and is not subscribed. There you go. You need to subscribe so that you can see my community tab so that we can have this giveaway. Anyways, let's dive into these drawers. So my goal was to only have one acrylic organizer worth of makeup and one little acrylic organizer worth of palettes, face and eyeshadow palettes. Okay, but enough talking, let's dive into these drawers. So the first drawer I have is lippies, and this was super hard. Out of every category in my makeup collection, this was the hardest to make decisions. So I do have quite a bit of lippies, but yeah, let's get into it. So first I have the Dose of Colors lip glosses. I have the shades, well, this shade is actually discontinued, but I have backups. This is the shade One and Only. I also love the shade Moi, but it's in one of my purses right now, and I didn't feel like going through my purses to get it, so I just left it where it was. But this is the shade One and Only. I have the shade Macchiato, and then I also have the shade Hot Cocoa. I love those lip glosses. And then I also have their liquid matte lipstick in the shade Play It Cool. I just love that. That is the only cool toned lippy that I just absolutely like love, even by itself without a lip liner. I also chose some of my lifter glosses. This was really hard to only choose 3 because I absolutely love every single shade from this line. You guys already know I have that lip swatch video where I try on all the shades, and then I also tried out the new bronze collection. I have those linked down below. But the 3 shades that I chose are Bronze, Opal, and Stone. I just felt like that was like a good mishmash, kinda. I don't know. This was hard. This was really hard. So that's just what I came up with. And then I have my Il Makiage lippies. I have the shades Hard Yes. This is their lip service, which is basically their lip gloss. And then this is their liquid lipstick in the shade Matte Flirt. I love those two together with a brown lip liner. It's just perfect. And then surprisingly, this Madison Beer lip gloss from Morphe is like one of my favorites. It's the shade Mars, and I feel like it goes really well with the Sweet Tea liquid lipstick. I like them both by themselves as well, which is why I felt like these were really good to, you know, have in a collection. The next lippy that I chose is the e.l.f. Electric Mood lip gloss in the shade Affair. I don't know. This is from their Tiana Major collab. I also chose the lip liner. This combination is like one of my favorites, and I actually saw someone post that these are now at TJ Maxx and Marshalls for $3.99. If I see it, I'm picking up a backup. The next item that I chose is my lip glow oil from Dior. I love this lip oil. I cannot seem to put it down. I kind of want to treat myself to another one of these soon. I cannot seem to put that down, and I just love it. It's so hydrating. It's perfect. Okay, so I also chose some bullet lipsticks, which are not really my vibe, but I love these Juvia's Place bullet lipsticks. So I did choose 4, but the shades that I chose are Cocoa, Lady, and Toffee. These two together are just perfect. This with a brown lip liner is perfect. So those are the ones that I chose. And then I also chose Perfect Red because I feel like every makeup collection needs at least one red lipstick. You just never know when you're gonna want to pull out that red lipstick. So I chose Perfect Red. Have I used this? But I'm pretty sure I have. I don't know. I just felt like I needed a red. So that was the red that I chose. And that's everything in this first little drawer. So we're going to go ahead and put that back. Now in the next drawer, we have some face products. So for primers, I chose the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Primer. I feel like this is a really good primer for oily skin, which I have sometimes, and I love hydrating primers, so I usually like to mix it with something very mattifying just to kind of add some type of balance. And then I also chose my Maybelline Master Prime with SPF 30. I need something with SPF just in case I'm feeling lazy, so I picked that. And then my e.l.f. Mint Melt. I love how tacky that gets. My NYX Marshmallow Primer is also a fave, along with my NYX Honey Do Me Up. I love this stuff. Like, surprisingly, I love it because I'm more on the oily side than I am on the dry side. I have combination skin, so I don't know. I like to mix it up, you know what I mean? And then for foundations, as you guys can see, mostly chose Fenty complexion products. I just love the way that the 420 shade fits me, so that's why I have to go ahead and do that. But I'm also falling in love with this NARS foundation in the shade Macao. I don't know. I'm definitely going to purchase the full size of that once I run out, or maybe even before, as a backup. I also chose my Fenty Beauty skin, what is it called? Eavesdrop skin tint. I love this stuff. And then I chose their hydrating foundation as well as their mattifying foundation, both in the shades 420. Ever since Fenty Beauty first came out, I've always kept one of these and a backup. So yeah, and then I've recently just tried this one for the first time, like maybe a few months ago, and I've been loving that too. So those were my foundations and primers that I chose. Oh, one more thing before I put this drawer away. I love to mix these. Like, I love to mix the matte one with the hydrating one. Like, if I want to use this and I need a little bit more coverage in certain areas, then I'll put a little bit of the hydrating. Like, I just like to, these are just so interchangeable. I just love to use them all together. So that's another reason why I chose all those Fenty products. And then next we have concealers, more lip glosses. I chose some eyelashes because I have to mention those, and some mascaras. For concealers, I chose the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer in the shade Deep Caramel. I feel like this just works well for me. I like hydrating concealers because I feel like it helps with the under eye creasing. I feel like when you hydrate, it's just less creasing. And I also like to carve out my brows with that one, so that's why I chose that one. I also chose the Fenty concealers. I love these concealers. I love Fenty. If you're new to my channel, I love Fenty, so you're gonna see a lot of Fenty. I have the shades 420 and 350. I'm actually gonna be decluttering 350 because it has a funny little smell. Like, it's almost done anyway, but it has a funny little smell now. Like, I'm pretty sure this is expired. But instead of 350, I'm gonna order 390 because I actually used to just mix 350 with a little bit of 420 to get my perfect shade. Yeah, this is almost done anyway, so I'm not too mad about that. But instead of having to mix my concealers, I'm just gonna purchase the right shade, which I should have done to begin with, but I had already opened and tried 350, so I was just mixing them. And then I also been really loving the ColourPop Pretty Fresh concealers. I feel like these are good for my light days. Like, if I want to use a skin tint and I need a little concealer, I would go for these. This shade I use more so for correcting. This is the shade Dark 153C. I use that one more for correcting, and then I use the shade Dark 170N for like highlighting. And then I also been really in love with this Fenty eye brightener. I really love this product, like the actual product, but I hate The applicator, I wish they would have done something else with this applicator. It's so messy. As you guys can see, it's just impossible to keep clean, and it's impossible to control how much product comes out. I just wish they would have done something different as far as the packaging, but the product I'm in love with. In this next compartment, I have my Fenty Beauty lip glosses. I could not leave these out. That's why I put them in a whole different drawer. I have the shade Fussy. That's your perfect pinky nude. I have the shade Fenty Glow. That's just a perfect nude for everybody. And then I have the shade Heat for when I want a little lip plumping moment. I love that shade. And then I picked 3 of my lip creams. I've been in love with these lip creams. I have the shades Fenty Glow, Honey Waffles, and Cookie Jar. So those are the 6. I had to choose 6, y'all. I could not decide. And I still didn't even throw hot chocolate in here as bad as I wanted to. So, you know, just honorable mention. So those are the Fenty glosses that I chose. And just to get those out of the way, we're going to move them to the side over here. I also picked the Fenty Beauty mascara. This is just my favorite. This is my favorite mascara. I love this mascara. And then I also chose the Maybelline Sky High mascara. This is their waterproof one. I need a waterproof mascara. So I chose a waterproof and then a regular mascara. This mascara is really, really good from the drugstore. So that's why I chose those 2. And then next for eyelashes, I love Kiss lashes. Kiss has my favorite lash ever. So I felt like this curated collection of their best sellers was just a good option. I would buy this exact pack if I was taking a minimalistic approach to buying lashes. So you get Ritzy, Pompadour, number 11, number 9, and number 1. I feel like those are some really good options. So that's why I went ahead and picked that up. Put that in here because your girl will always need options. So that's that drawer. And then in this last drawer, it gets a little crazy. It was hard to make these decisions, y'all. So we're gonna start over here with powders. I've been in love with this Beauty Bakery Pinch of Flour loose powder. It's just a really good banana powder. Like, it's a nice banana shade. It works really well for me, so I picked that. I love that formula. And then for a translucent powder, I will always keep me an Hourglass Veil. I feel like this powder, I don't know, nobody really talks about this powder, but I love this powder. That is like my favorite translucent powder. And then I made a risque decision because I chose the Fenty Beauty powder, but in the shade Lavender. I just been in love with this shade. Like, it works so nice. It just looks so beautiful under the eyes and all of your highlighting points. It does something that no other powder does for me. Like, that shade just does something for me. And then for pressed powder, or for powder foundation, I chose, of course, my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation in 410. I'm so, like, when I first tried this out, I was not impressed. And then I just fell in love with it this year. Like, I've been using this thing like crazy. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan, but I've been using this like crazy. And then for pressed powders, I chose the Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shades Toffee and Transparent. These are so good, and I think they're like $3 or $4. And out of my entire collection, this is what I chose because it's really that good, and the price point just makes it even better. Now, getting into bronzers, highlight, and blush. This was really hard. Okay, so the first thing I chose is this Soul Body. What is it called? It's called a face and body bronzing balm. I got the shade Dark. This is so beautiful, easy to blend, and even on your like skin tint type of days, like if I was to use my skin tint, I would just use this as a bronzer. It is just so beautiful. The shade is perfect. Like, it's not too much, it's just perfectly there. And these are all mixed up just however they fit. So next I have the e.l.f. blush in the shade Always Spicy. If you're medium to brown skin, then you definitely want to pick this up. I think it's only like $6 and it is literally so beautiful. Next I have my Fenty highlighter in the shade Me Money Hustler Baby. Y'all, this highlighter will never get old to me. Like, I just love this highlighter so much. I'm more into the what is it called, I'm more into the Hustler Baby side, as you guys can see. But if you want like a really soft highlight, that shade is really pretty too. The next highlighter that I feel like I can't live without anymore is the Stila Heaven to You highlighter in the shade Bronze. This is what she looks like, and the formula is just so different. It feels almost wet to the touch, and then it's like it dries up like a powder. I don't know, and it still looks wet on your face. Like, this is just so beautiful. Next, also some more bronzers. I chose my Fenty cream bronzer in the shade Chocolate. I more so like to use this for like a contour type of thing. Like, it's more of a contour than it is a bronzer for me, but I still like it. Like, if I use this and then I throw on some Coco Naughty on top, it's just perfect. So that's why I chose those. Coco Naughty by itself, also definitely one of my favorites. As you guys already know, if you've been following me for a while, you guys know Coco Naughty is one of my favorites. This is what mine looks like. It's all beat up and it's getting a little hard pan. I might need a new one soon, so yeah. Next, I chose my Milani cream blush in the shade Merlot Moment. I've only used this a few times, but out of the few times that I've used it, I'm in love already. So that. Another cream highlighter that I chose is the Fenty Cream Highlight in Rose Latte. This is another beautiful cream product that I will throw on if I'm using my Fenty Skin Tint, if I just want to have like a really natural day. As well as this Iconic Illuminator. It's a highlighter and it's in the shade Original. This looks so pretty on the skin. It literally just melts into your skin. I typically use this with either my hydrating foundation or my skin tint. I'm really trying to get into some more liquid highlighters, which is why I'm so excited that Fenty is dropping their highlighters on this Friday, and I will be picking it up. I'm not sure if I'm going to order it to get shipped or if I'm going to go to the store to pick it up, because I do want to do a video on it that day if possible. So let's cross our fingers and hope that I can just go to the store and pick it up. Next, I have my MAC blush in the shade Raisin. This is a classic. This is a necessity. Like, I just recently picked this up, I believe this year. Yeah, I definitely picked this up this year and I've been in love. Like, I don't know where I've been or why I didn't have that already, but yeah. The last two blush and highlight products that I chose are the Juvia's Place bronzer and blush duo. Let me show you guys what these look like. Super pretty, just very pretty shades. Like, and I love that this one has an orange, and I love that pinky blush. Like, I don't have anything else that I chose that's like pinky like that, so I thought that was really pretty, and I feel like that was a good option. Like, you know, I just felt like those shades were really good options to have, so that's why I chose those. Okay, and now for palettes. So I limited myself to this little acrylic organizer here, and these are the palettes that I chose, and let's go through and talk about why. Okay, so this palette has obviously your neutrals, and it has these pops of color. I feel like this palette is good for every single season. You can always pop that blue on if you want to have a night out, you know, or you can even turn it into a fall palette with that green. And this shimmer right here is my favorite shimmer in my entire collection, so this palette is just completely necessary. This is just one of my favorite formulas, and I don't know, I can't be without this palette, so that's why I chose that one. Next, I chose the Anastasia Jackie Aina palette. This has such a good range of shades. Like, you can do so much with this palette. I feel like you can use this palette and people won't know, like, right off the bat, like, oh, that's that Jackie Aina palette. You can get so many different looks from this palette. It has your like duochrome green, you got pinks, purples, you got that shade Wiggley's, like that red, you got some really pretty shimmers, you got some really nice mattes. I love ginger, I love credit. I just feel like these shades were made with us brown skin girls in mind. Shout out to our auntie Jackie for that. And then next I have my Dominique Cosmetics Transition Palette. This palette is just so practical. Like, you can use this as a face palette, you can use it as eyeshadow, like you can use these shades as bronzers, blushes, and then I love that smoky color for eyeliner. You can, you know, highlight with these top shades. Like, it's just, this palette is just so practical. I love this for like an everyday neutral eye look as well, because I love an all matte look. So that palette is necessary. Next, I have another face palette. This is actually the only face palette that I chose outside of those Juvia's duos. Look at this. Just beautiful. Like, those bronzers, look at these highlighters, this shade on the lid, and then you got your red blush. You got some beautiful shades. This palette I'm in love with, and I just love the quality of it. This palette is just really nice. And then last for eyeshadow palettes, I chose this Adept Cosmetics palette with my Give Me Glow Cosmetics shades. I would like to fill this up, but that's going to take me some time. I actually ended up not ordering any from Black Friday, which I'm really mad that I didn't, but you know, I had to make some decisions, so I did not order any new ones. But if I could only have a few palettes in my collection, I would still choose this. I would choose to fill this up. I love these. I love these. The quality is just really and truly unmatched. I just love the formula. It is soft, and I have heard about them breaking pretty easily, but I'm in love. Like, these are just so pretty. I know I'm swatching all shimmers. I just want you guys to see all those shimmers, but their mattes are everything as well. I'm in love. Like, do you guys see? You guys see what I'm talking about? Like, why would I not choose this? Why would I not? Okay, and one category that I did not choose from is eyebrow products, but I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys some of my favorites right now. I will always keep one of these in my collection. I love this. The Lift and Snatch is another favorite. I think I just love NYX brow products because also their brow pencil. These three, this is what I would choose, literally. I also like the Morphe brow pencil, but if I had to choose, I would just stick to those. I love NYX brow products, so that's what I would pick. And then another category that I forgot to pick something from is setting sprays. So let's get into that. This one is really nice. This is the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. I recently picked that up not too long ago and have been loving that. This one I keep purchasing over and over. It's the Milani Make It Last. So I would definitely keep one of those in my collection. And then the NYX Matte Finish is also a really good choice for like when you want your makeup to last really long. So I guess I will pick those three. Another category that I did not pick from is eyeliner. I don't really have a favorite eyeliner at the moment, or like, you know, I don't know. I just need a black liner and a couple other options. I don't know. I didn't know what to pick for eyeliner, so yeah. Oh, I forgot to put my Juvia's Place lip liners in my acrylic organizer, but I would choose the shade, I think it's called Bronze and Cola, and then this is Scorpio, I believe. The bronze one is in my purse, but this one is Scorpio and this one is Cola. I would for sure keep those in my collection as well. Okay guys, so that is it. That is everything that I would choose if I was taking a minimalistic approach to makeup, which I'm not, but you know, we not gonna get into that right now. But I actually do want to mention something to you guys really quick. So I am going to really declutter my foundation drawer. I don't know if you guys are interested in watching me declutter my foundations and concealers, but I'm going to declutter my foundations and concealers and make a huge foundation and concealer purchase. I'm going to use all of my points to purchase new foundations and concealers because I just feel like some of these are just like not worth keeping anymore, especially like the shades that are not like a really good match for me. And then this one, I don't know if this is old or not. Like some of them, I don't know. I just need to go through these. So let me know, comment down below if you guys want to do that with me. I don't know what I would call that video. It would be like a foundation declutter and foundation shopping spree type of thing. I don't know. But comment down below. Let me know if you guys will be interested in that because that's happening soon. Very soon. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video.